Hello, I'm doing a presentation, an innovative technology presentation for my EDTC 6359 810 class, and it's about Seesaw. Um, 4 years ago, I was the assistant principal at an elementary school, and at that elementary school, we used Seesaw. It was a great way for our teachers to share students' work, students' videos, different assessment tools with the parents and the families. So Seesaw, within its website and from many educators that I have seen, describe it as the best interactive learning platform for students pre-K through 5. And at Brock ISD, we use it pre-K through 2. We have an intermediate campus that is pre-K through 2. And when I was at the elementary, we were a pre-K through 4 campus, and we used it at every level. And it was a very successful way for our teachers to share the greatness and tell the story of what the students were doing within the classroom. Seesaw, this is what the app looks like. So you can invite parents and grandparents to join the app on their cell phone. Um, and it gives, you know, teachers, students, parents, and grandparents quick access to their child's like on-time learning. So if they're doing something in class right now, the students as young as kindergarten, I have seen them create the video, them take an iPad, start a video, read a story to their peer. The peer will video record them, and then the teacher or the students can upload that video right then and there. And then a parent and grandparent has access, to listen to their student read. Um, and a lot of times we're doing the Fontes and Pinnell running record, and a teacher can do that right then and there, and that can give the parents evidence, of why their child is on an A, B, C, or D in kindergarten. And it's just a great tool for formative and summative assessments. So Seesaw has the ability to share real-time activities and learning right now. I will tell you, school is a lot different at that elementary level than like I remember, back in kindergarten when we went half a day. I mean, our students and what we're asking them to do is at a way higher level than many of our parents remember or were part of during their educational experience. So it's a great way to show parents where their students are and use it as assessment, such as using it as a way to create a video of what's happening in the classroom and what the teacher's seeing on a day-to-day basis. Students, like I said, can upload samples of work. Teachers can upload those samples of work, and parents get it right there at the fingertip, right there in their cell phone, at their fingertips while they're at work, doing different things. So it's a great way for informal and formal communications with teachers and parents. Because the other thing is they have, just like any other social media, they can make a comment that the students can see, like, great job, keep up the good work, and it's immediate feedback when you press send. So Seesaw, basically this is something that we share with our elementary families, but it is a digital portfolio that your child uses to bring the parent into the classroom. It is an open line of communication for reminders and announcements, as well as individual messages. So you can send out a group message to the class, a teacher can, or you can send out an individual message if it just pertains to one student. But one thing that's been great for me is, I mean, as my child was in kinder, first, and second grade, it is a portfolio of your student in a timeline where you can go back and see where your child was in kindergarten and the advancements and the improvements that they made through second grade. So it's a great way for parents to be connected to their student and be a part of the learning process, especially if they're busy and they're not able to be within the walls of the building. The other thing that Seesaw is a great thing is that it is monitored in a safe digital environment for students and families. They have digital experts that are always monitoring the website. I mean, it is for education only. They do not allow other people in. And I know we always talk about digital citizenship at schools, and we want to make sure that we're keeping our students and our family's information safe. And Seesaw has designated, computer programmers to that area where they specialize in education, technology services, so that they're keeping our students and our families safe. So here's a progression, student progression. So I mean, and you see the advancement over time, but you got your beginners, your proficient, and your advanced. And your beginners, just very simple, using one tool at a time. Activity, using the activities tab in, in an emerging way, and it can go from just very simple, like a video, a like button, um, minimal use of commenting, to then you start seeing parents be more proficient and feel comfortable using it just like any other social media. And then a lot of times when you get into the upper steps, they're using all tools or multiple tools at a time. Students using tools with no teacher assistance, like at the beginning, the teachers having to be heavily involved. And I will tell you, when my child got to be in first and second grade, there were a lot of times that it was student led while they were doing their reading stations, where my child was reading a book and their peer in their group was video recording it, and then the teacher uploaded it. So students are able to teach one another. They become the experts using this platform. And I mean, you see it and I see it daily, where our students become the experts, especially when using technology, because they have no fear. Here's a progression for teachers, kind of the same format, where they're using just one tool at a time. And that's something that's I mean, we've always seen where, you try to get some of the teachers that are a little more open to volunteer and use it. And then their peers start to see the effectiveness, and they hear the positive things with the student interaction and how it's working with parents. Um, but teachers beginning to set activities, teachers use activities from the library. Basic activities are set for the students, so you're doing the basic things, um, and then it just goes from there. For example, if you follow that row of activities, teachers setting activities in a variety of curriculum areas. So now you're using it not only for reading, but you're using it for math. And I remember, when we were in COVID, there were examples of math problems that were given to my son through Seesaw, and as he was submitting, those answers, it went directly back to the teacher. And like we talked about earlier, um, you know, real time assessment. So as soon as he completed it, he submitted it, and it was directly to the teacher. The teacher can model using the activities, and then your advance. Teacher setting activities in a variety of curriculum areas. Teacher creates own activities for students, so you're able to create your own activities and upload it in there. And students are able to do a variety of different things. So just as your students and your teachers and your parents get comfortable, the sky's the limit with the amount of things that you can do with Seesaw. Here's like Seesaw for schools. And here was like a PD Plan 1 session that our elementary campus did. I have a link right here that you can go to, but share your Seesaw teacher testimonies. So 2 minutes. I mean, that's where teachers who have used it, they get to share, show off your Seesaw class for 3 minutes. Walk your peers through our hands-on training. So there's training. Teachers will create an I will statement. And this was just kind of that first intro to Seesaw that we provided for our staff. And they provide a lot of great things, and they will come out and provide that training. And then really a great thing you can do is kind of a training for trainers. Um, here's a couple testimonies. Like, I don't say this lightly, but Seesaw has been an absolute game changer for teachers. Seesaw is a streamlined way for kids to demonstrate their thinking and understanding in ways that teachers usually don't see it. So, students are able to get online, kind of work through the process, and then the teachers are able to see the way that they found the solution. Here's a comment from a superintendent that has seen it on both sides, and I think that is where I am. I have seen it as an educator, as an assistant principal in an elementary campus, and then as a parent that was not in that building. But seeing teachers and students engage with their parents about learning is fun, but responding to my own daughter, who is in kinder, through Seesaw and giving her love and feedback about schoolwork is amazing. I'm a fan of both, like as a client and an end user. So my recommendation would be a 5 out of 5 stars. We use this within our school district. I have seen it as an educator and the benefits that it has for our students and our teachers with the on-time assessments and the connection that it gives to our parents to make them feel like they're in the building with the students and part of that learning. Thank you.